Hello and welcome back to Money is Blind, the podcast where you will learn how to make money, to become successful in your life, to become wealthier, even if you are blind or visually impaired. I'm your host, Prasoon, and it is the third episode that I'm recording today, and as I'm doing it right now, I'm actually pissed off. I just got a message in WhatsApp from my auditors, uh, and it seems there is some dispute in a settlement for the auditor's fee that we had made last year. It has been going on for a while now, and I just pulled the trigger, and we have right now. And we just decided to change our auditor and our company secretary for good. It's a long story. Ours is a private limited company. I have already mentioned about Tofudi. It's an online doctor consultation. It was registered in 2018 as a private limited company based in Calicut, Kerala. And it was at that time that I met Savish, who is the company secretary, and his company is the one that we are going into a dispute right from today onwards. So you should be careful. I learned many lessons from this dispute as well. Starting a business and making it run through 4 or 5 years is a huge hurdle. It's actually like a hurdles race. Problems keep coming up. We just have to figure it out. Always there will be a way out of this, but that's how I view problems. Whenever a new problem comes up, I just see it as a small problem and try to figure it out, how to deal with it, or how to make a solution, how to deviate, and how to sort it out. There have been financial losses. I have lost time. So many energy has been lost. But every time it's not a failure. I don't consider it as a failure. Every time I just think that it is a new lesson learned. And I always try to learn one thing, never to repeat the same mistake again. So that's how I improved. I believe I improved, but there's a lot more to learn in the world of business and entrepreneurship. And this is yet another challenge in our way. I think it can be settled with a negotiation, but that is the subject for another podcast. Negotiation is a huge skill that I have developed, and it has come handy when I tried to purchase our first house, the house in which I am recording this podcast right now. Buying a house and buying a pre-built and owned house is something that I thought would be interesting, but it has happened. It happened 4 years after registering our company. And let's leave that aside. Now, coming back to this episode, I don't have a topic as such for today. So I thought I would document my day today. So it was a huge day for me. I missed a meeting. There was a training going on in our training center where I work part-time. And it took almost 2 to 3 hours of my day. I was able to write down a quick script for the next YouTube video today. I was also able to start the editing work for yesterday's podcast, which was recorded using my MacBook. Today also I am using MacBook to record this podcast, by the way, because I find it much more easier than Windows 10. Yeah. So Why don't I just yesterday I talked about using voiceover in my MacBook. Today I will tell you how I compose emails, how I write, or I should correct it as how I type. I learned to type all by myself in my MacBook. I think the software's name was Typing Tutor. It was way back in 2015. Uh, it was before my son was born. I just I was getting used to typing and writing blogs and all. So I wanted to make my writing skills a bit more faster, and that's why I downloaded this software called Typing Tutor, and it was a pretty straightforward uh, progress. There were so many lessons, and I think I became quicker after practicing it, and within 1 or 2 weeks, I was all set. I knew the keyboard by heart, and without looking into the keyboard I was able to type. At that time I had little vision, and still I wanted to type fast, and that's why I thought I should learn the skill. And today when I look back, I think I made the right decision. So that's about typing. Now about MacBook, when I type an email in MacBook, it's always the mail app which comes built in all Apple computers. Uh, I just have to navigate to the to section. The When I type in the first few letters of the name, the email address gets auto populated, and choosing it from the drop down menu is a task which is very easy to do. Writing the subject, and every stroke of the tab key makes me jump from one text box to another. If there is a carbon copy email address that I need to insert, that is also very easy to do on the mail app. And coming to the body, it's always for the last 2 or 3 months I've been using the mail app to write the YouTube script. Yeah, the video script. So I directly send it to my Android phone's Gmail address, and I type it using my MacBook or my Windows laptop email, the client which is built in. So typing in laptops, whether it is Apple MacBook or Windows laptop, it is pretty straightforward. There is nothing much to do. All that I need is to enable voiceover or Windows narrator when it comes to Windows, and that's it. Attaching a file is also easy. It is all accessible with the screen readers that I use. By the way, I have also used NVDA, which stands for Non-Visual Desktop Access. It's a third-party software. It's a screen reader which is very popular in Windows platform. I have used that also. It is also very handy. But now I think Windows Narrator has developed and has improved a huge lot. I haven't tried Windows 11, but I think there will be some improvement. I'm planning to update to Windows 11 in the next month or so. I will give you an update when I do that. So coming back to our email, how do I type on my iPhone? I use two apps. I have the Gmail app from Google. I don't use the default mail app by Apple. I uninstalled it. I don't use it. And for business purposes, I use Zoho Mail. And when it is a short, simple email that I have to compose, I navigate to the reply button, and I just voice dictate. Voice dictation is another tool that has to be mastered. but it was difficult in the beginning because my accent is not so good, I think, and some of the Indian words are not picked up by Siri or the Apple computers natural language processing system, whatever you can call it. I don't know what they call it. So voice dictation was a huge blessing for me. Whenever I need to type a WhatsApp message, a text message, an iMessage, or even if it is an email that I'm composing, I can just say hello team, comma, and it will insert a comma for me. Then I have to go in and press the return key manually on the keyboard, and after that I go on to type the content of the email. Full stops I don't have to mention, but sometimes even if I say full stop, it won't be typed in using the voice dictation. Uh, the voice dictation in iPhone is pretty flawless, and it works like 90% of the time as expected. So for short emails and for short messages, I use voice dictation. Otherwise, typing manually on the keyboard using voiceover is painful. It takes a hell lot of time, and I actually hate it. I don't use the keyboard very often using voiceover, and that's why I bought the keyboard 480 by Logitech. It's a wireless Bluetooth keyboard. It has three modes in it. It can be used as a keyboard for three devices at the same time. There is a toggle button, or I must say, there is a toggle rotor button which can be rotated, and we can set one level for each device that we use. For example, I use one step for my Android phone, the other step for my office computer, and the third step for my iPhone. So whenever it is turned on, it automatically gets connected to the device in which I need to type. It works flawlessly. The keys are round, and the travel length is also good. It feels good. It takes a bit of time to get used to typing on a small keyboard, but actually I think I'm getting used to it. It has been like 3 years now, and it has never given me a problem until last month, when suddenly the A key and the X key stopped working, started dysfunctioning. Yeah. But after changing the battery, and after an accidental drop, and after I accidentally dropped the keyboard, it started working again. Now it is working. I don't know how long it will go, but whenever I have to type in an email or a YouTube video script or any other script or any training material or anything that I type on my iPhone or any other mobile device, I need this Bluetooth keyboard. I use it extensively on the YouTube Studio app in my Android phone because in order to understand some comments which comes in Malayalam language, iPhone doesn't take care of that. It doesn't read it aloud for me, so I have to switch to the Android phone. Google's TalkBack, it actually reads Malayalam like a Malayalam speaking lady. It's really good when it comes to Indian languages. By the way, did you know that there are more than 30 standard Indian languages in all the states? India is actually diverse, and I love my country. Yeah. Yeah, I'm deviating from the topic. Coming back to, yes, talk back. And for that, I use YouTube Studio, and I reply to Malayalam comments in YouTube Studio using this keyboard itself, but I type in English, but it will if you try to read it, you won't be able to understand, because only a person who speaks Malayalam will be able to understand what I typed in. So that's how I use my mobile devices, the iPhone and Android phone. Composing an email in Zoho Mail is also easy. The number of features which are built in Zoho Mail is pretty much what's actually needed for a business. It's not as feature packed as Gmail, but it works. We have a custom domain. I have 2 emails in my Zoho Mail app, which I check regularly. I have my own professional personal email, which also is hosted using Zoho Mail. So I think that's it. We have a hospital near my house, and that's the sound of an ambulance that you are hearing right now. And by the way, if you want to know the name of the hospital, it's Mitra Hospital. You can search it on Google. Is there anything else that I missed? Recording a podcast without a script is actually becoming fun, because I'm not used to doing this real time talking shows and recording and all. I've done YouTube live videos, but only once or twice. You can watch it in the channel, but it hasn't fared well for me. There were only 6 live viewers when I did the live video, so I stopped it. And I used to make a lot of mistakes, so I don't like to watch the mistakes that I make in video, and that's why I stopped making live videos. But now, after starting this podcast, I think it is growing upon me. I can deviate a lot. The freedom that I get by not sticking to a script is kind of new for me. Let me think, is there anything else? One more thing. It's been 2 months that I have been using Windows 10 laptops, and as my personal computer. We use Windows computers in our office. We have a desktop there, which I use regularly. So when I got this personal computer, Windows laptop, I tried the Mail app, which comes pre-installed by Microsoft, and I must say it is also accessible by Windows Narrator. It's even accessible by NVDA software. It is easy to type to compose an email, but in order to find the send button, it took me like 1 or 2 days to figure it out where the send button was. Then I found out that the keyboard shortcut is Alt plus S key when I use the Mail app in Windows, and ever since it's been easy. As I mentioned earlier, for the last 1 or 2 months, I have been writing YouTube video scripts in as an email and sending it to the Android phone. So it is also easy. I haven't tried attaching files in the Windows Mail app. I will try that also, and I will update you how that goes. But if you want to send and receive and read emails, and if you are an email person like me, then I will say that there are so many apps which are accessible, and if you want to do it, you will figure out a way. There is always a solution, as I mentioned in the starting of this podcast, and you just have to find it out. So now, when I am about to wind up this podcast, the problem that I talked to you about earlier, it doesn't seem like a big problem to me. I do have to send emails on that topic tomorrow. I have to send them an email asking for a settlement, and a negotiation is due. So that email I have to do tomorrow. It's in my to-do list. Yeah, to-do list is another topic. How do blind persons create to-do list and complete their task? How is that title for another episode? Yeah, think about that. If you are enjoying my show, you can follow it. You can share it with your friends. If you know someone who is legally blind or visually impaired or blind, share it with them also, because this is not the end of the world. This is just the beginning. All you need is the right mindset. And that is why I always say money is blind. And with that, I am signing off for the day. It's like 11 p.m. and I will see you in the next episode. So take care, stay healthy, and thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.